crypto investing app Abra is launching a bank. Abra made the announcement this week saying it is in the process of forming Abra Bank for US customers in early 2023. Abra is also launching Abra Internationals for those outside the United States. That will come later this year. Joining us now to discuss is Abra founder and CEO Bill Barhydt. Welcome, Bill.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you. So I guess first off, with this announcement, you tweeted yesterday that Abra Bank will be the first operational US state-chartered bank, a full bank, not a trust, in the digital asset space, enabling trading, custody, investing, NFTs, credit cards, and more. So maybe walk us through how this is possible in today's somewhat murky US regulatory environment.
Well, it's not really murky insofar that there are states that are crypto-friendly. And we've been working with them for a while. Our intent, and we informed them of our intent to form a bank in the digital asset space, and they were very receptive to that. And so, we're working through the process. We hope to be done, in the Q4, Q1 timeframe. That's our expectation. Then at that point, we expect to be live.
So where are you in the process of securing regulatory approvals?
Yeah, so we're in the process now. We're not disclosing all the details yet in terms of states and details. I think they would prefer that we not do that, and so we've agreed not to do that. But our understanding is this is how long it takes, and so we worked with counsel to make sure that the announcement was good to go, and here we are.
And is Abra seeking a federal OCC charter or looking at a state charter instead?
It would be a state charter. Yeah, we've announced that it would be a state charter.
All right. So what is the need for the crypto industry's first regulated bank, especially when a goal in the crypto industry is to eliminate intermediaries?
Yeah, that's a great question. So part of, we basically formed, I would say, a four-pronged ethos around how we want to operate, right? Around security, around transparency, around oversight, right? And basically, one of these things was like, okay, we believe in the ethos of not your keys, not your coins, and the irony of that is not lost on us. But the reality is, if you want to get to 1 billion people in crypto, people are going to need help. Okay, the average person is not a trader, right, which would use an exchange, and the average person is not a PhD in computer science who might use MetaMask. Right, the average person is in the middle, and so we want to be that middle ground to help 1 billion people use crypto, make Web3 user-friendly, right? We're rolling out a credit card that pays rewards in crypto. We're rolling out a new NFT service that completely eliminates all of the complexity of MetaMask while still allowing you to check out on NFT sites or play games that use NFTs. Our swap service is used by hundreds of thousands of people a month, and we have millions of customers, none of whom are real traders. And so Abra has really gone to the next level in terms of applications and usability of crypto. And we think that in order to manage crypto on behalf of users, this is the right approach at global scale, which is why we formed both the US and international companies.
So I guess that goes to my next question, which is, if I'm a retail customer wanting some banking solutions, why would I want a crypto bank versus, what can I get at a crypto bank that I can't get at other traditional banks?
Well, most banks aren't in the crypto space. Right, so if you think about DeFi rails, think about NFT capabilities, stable coins, earning interest on stable coins, earning interest on crypto, borrowing against crypto in the future, credit cards, people storing salary as stable coins. All of these things, right, are going to be kind of pillars of future banking services. Right, and we simply want to make those services approachable, accessible, easy to use. And we want to form the first bank that makes them easy to use.
So what makes you different from, say, Signum or Anchorage Digital, which are, from what I understood, were other crypto?
Sure. Well, Signum is based in Switzerland, so they don't operate in the U.S. Okay. And Anchorage is a trust with an OCC charter, and we intend to be a full bank. Pay interest and other services that a bank would be able to do. And we believe, depending on timing, that we might actually be the first to achieve that.
Do you hope to access Fed master accounts as well?
It's not in our plans right now. That's part of the reason why I think this would go faster.
Okay. Next month, you're also launching Abra Boost, so maybe you could tell us a bit about that product.
Sure. So Abra Boost is the next iteration of our services for earning interest on cryptocurrencies. It's kind of an interim step towards being able to do this via full bank. So the new service will be offered for international users and accredited users in the US, and then I think we'll probably get to some staking services that US retail can use, and then eventually offer that via the Abra Bank once that's fully live, but you'll be able to earn interest on stablecoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, but as in the US as an accredited investor, and then anyone outside the US will be able to use as well. And then, like I said, eventually full retail for once Abra Bank is live.
Let's talk about Bitcoin as well. So it's in for some volatile times this week. A year ago, you raised $55 million in Series C funding. We've seen a downturn in the crypto market since then. How has crypto winter impacted Abra, and how is the company adjusting?
Well, I'd say the biggest impact is the loss of some of our competitors. Right. I mean, we started this summer with more competitors than what we have now. Right. So I think your last segment, you talked about, some of our other competitors that may have died. And, so for us, the risk management processes that we put in place a couple of years ago have allowed us to really come out of this as, a responsible player in the space, which is what's allowing us to segue into this kind of full bank model. And it's serving us well, and a lot of companies and individuals, high net worth investors are coming to Abra now saying, how have you managed to do this when others have literally died? And you predicted, Bill, that not everybody, but many in the space were going to die because of the practices. I didn't think it was going to happen this quickly, but I did think it was going to happen, not to everyone, but some of them. And, I think we're in a position now, having put our kind of money where our mouths are in terms of how we operate as a company, to take it to the next level. And we think a regulated entity, in the form of a bank, both inside and outside the US, is the best way to do that.
Quickly, where do you see Bitcoin at the end of the year?
I think we're going to have a great pause at some point. The CPI print came out a little bit higher than expected today. Nothing goes straight up in finance and nothing goes straight down. I think this was a blip, meaning I think inflation is actually going to become deflationary in the next year. And so at some point, the Fed is going to realize they overshot the mark, and they're going to have a great pause. So the question is, does that happen in November, December, January, February? When it happens, it's game on. I just don't know when that's going to happen. So I think we'll have the pause by the end of the year, in which case it could be a very interesting December, if not January, February. But for crypto, it doesn't really matter because it gets such an outsized benefit of the money supply that whether it happens in Q4 or Q1 isn't really a huge deal.
All right. Bill, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
That was Abra CEO and founder Bill Barhydt.